Nice following Bennett, because Bennett was our banker for many years at Florida National, and then when he started his community bank, and was a big help to us in the late 80s, early 90s when First Union went a little weird, and he stepped in and banked us at a time where we were probably almost unbankable, but he believed in, I've always said, in the business too, you want three things: a great attorney, a great accountant, and most importantly, a great banker. And those people will help you through a lot of their crisis. And here's the banker. This is the banker. But Bennett was very helpful in the late 80s, early 90s, when we were going through some tough times with my company, Counsel Construction Products. We were about 12 years old at that time, very young company at the time. But looking back on this too, what we learned in those crisis times, you learn a lot when you're in these types of environments. Primarily you learn to focus, a lot of good focus, and we learned that in the late 80s. Several of you have heard me before, our compensation plan at Counsel, which is probably one of the private employees, is we basically take our net profits, and a third of it we look at goes to Uncle Sam, a third of it goes to our retained earnings, and a third of it goes to our bonus plan. And so we pay out a lot of bonuses. Over the years, many people have looked at that and say, wow, is that really a workable plan? I always look at it as, even when our people say, wow, that's a huge bonus, and then for every dollar you're getting, remember, it's a dollar in earnings to the company. So why is that not a win-win scenario? And I love it in recessions, because this is when it really shows up. You think about it, that 2/3 of a company's expenses are people. So it's a huge area. And when you think about it, we have what I would call very adequate salary that people can live on. And their bonuses are paid, they're calculated monthly and paid quarterly. So they expect once a quarter that they will have a payout. They can see it coming almost every month. Unusually, the first quarter of this year, one of our biggest bonuses we ever paid. It was interesting, we met during into March. But it's interesting because everybody's on the same page, and that bonus trickles not only from each branch, but it trickles back into our credit department, our accounts payable, all those people that are all looking that if I can save $1, 30% of that potentially is my bonus. So you got everybody focused on what's in the best interest of the ownership to boot. I love it when we, about 2 years ago, September 18, my partner and I realized that going towards retirement or into retirement, and even our young management, senior management said, if we're going to take this thing to the level that we've got 14 branches, and we need to take this beyond the Southeast, and so we brought in an equity partner back in September of 18 that says, here's unlimited money, go acquire national. So there are 3 of us, big players like us in our business, in national, HD Supply, Beacon Roofing, and us. We sort of have the Southeast of our little hole. But the beauty of that is the equity partner had a hard time buying our compensation plan. One of the hardest things to sell to them was that you're giving away that much money to your employees. And I said, but look how this worked. I mean, it has not failed us. We got liquidity built in our earnings, and we're taking care of these people. But I said, watch it when it comes to recession time. And it's really cool talking to them, because now they're watching this pandemic. And we have to train our people saying, do not go out and with the expectation of your bonuses, and that's just gravy that you can live on. Use your salary for that. Salt away. You have to just train, salt away those bonuses for those bad times. Talk to the people that have been here with us 30 plus years, that have been through those recessions in 08 and the early 90s and stuff like that. Talk to them and say, it's reality. Instead of having to take pay cuts, they're taking bonus cuts, and live off of your salaries, salt away your bonuses, and it's a great program. And then because that company now, our equity partner, we're like their 9th distribution platform. But they've seen it come full fruition and said, you were so right. You don't have to cut people, you don't have to cut salaries. You're basically just letting the bonus system take care of itself. As we have a mild dip. The beauty also that I see in recessions is being a private-owned company, liquidity. The other guys in the business are publicly owned. And what's the first thing they do? They panic, the shareholder is their focus, they de-inventory, and they get tight on credit. So a lot of customers come over our way. that we can finance in the credit times like Bennett did us. We can finance them in those tough times. And we've already seen several of our big competitors cut back and get out of some of the stuff that we're in. They sort of dabble over into our waterproofing materials business, and they realize they justify their inventory to get out of it, and all that customer base comes over to us. As a result, we've seen very little dip in this economy. Right. It's pretty cool. And it's to see also, I'm sort of excited on what the bonus will look like in the second quarter. It's great. Yeah, because of the plan. It's just, again, it's investing and winning with your employees. That's great. It's a great program. Thank you.